Let's get it, boys.
Yo, what's up? Professor Jeff Messina here to tell you a fight story. What happens when you get a bunch of jiu-jitsu and MMA fighters drunk around a bunch of University of Houston football players drunk and they have a disagreement? Well, you're about to find out. All right, guys. So back in the day, I was a concert promoter. You've heard about this before. And it was a birthday of mine. And it happened to be one of my favorite bands. This band called Pepper from Hawaii. I believe transplanted to California. It's like Sublime, surfer, rock, punk rock, like that kind of mix. So good vibes. Did good business with these guys and they were friends. So I invited a bunch of my friends to come out to the concert. It was at the Engine Room. I believe the date was February 12th. It's easy for me to remember my birthday, 2004. So invited a bunch of the homies, went out to eat. Some of my friends from even childhood were in town. Scott Schmiggins, if you're listening, miss you. Webster, man, rest in peace. And then there was Crazy Tim Crater, Anthony Johnson, Andrew Saul, aka the Terrorist. So we were rolling pretty deep, and a handful of other guys. Filipino Paul, you were there, and hopefully you're listening. So had a good time at the concert. You know, it was back in the day, so we were partying up. And after the concert, we went next door. There was a club called the Jet Lounge, and we went over there. And we're just having a good time, minding our own business. And there was another group, and these were the football players, and they were doing their thing too, whatever. Club was getting late. It was almost closing time, and a female from their group decided that she wanted to be with us in our group. So she came over, and I don't remember a whole lot. It was a long ass time ago, but she's kind of enjoying herself and dancing around and whatever stuff that her people were not appreciative of. So they came over and started arguing with us, and it's like, you need to check your chick, you know. She came to visit us. So one of the guys started arguing with Tim, and this was Tim Crater 2004. This was brown belt Tim, and this was purple belt Jeff. And we were the beginning of Paimon, so the vibe was different, man. It was like you were a fighter, you're looking for these kind of things to happen, blah, blah, blah. So this guy started arguing with Tim, and I was trying to like make peace about it, like, hey, basically, you don't want to fuck with Tim. He's like, who the fuck is this? He don't want to fuck with me, you know, kind of thing. I was like, oh shit. And then the bouncer, or the security guy, fucking, hey, you can feel the tension. You guys need to go outside. All right. You're going to learn the hard way, motherfucker. So Tim and this guy started boxing. And they're just throwing hands. And Tim just like jab, cross, uppercut, hook. Da, 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 da. Just, you know, a skilled fighter against a guy that plays fucking balls for a living. Okay? So Tim fucks this guy's up pretty quick. And then this big fat fuck clocks Tim from the side. So I was like, all right, man. The 1-2, jab cross. He went into the wall. It was outside of the fucking Jet Lounge. I double leg, smacked him into the wall, you know, and I lifted him. And you guys that don't know how to train, don't know how to do shit, right? So he overhooked my back like a opposite bear hug. So when I shot in, it made me lift him really, really high. And he was like feet at the 12 o'clock, head at the 6 o'clock. So I spiked him on it, not so much his head, but on his neck. And not really intentional, but just because the way he was holding me, it flipped him upside down. So fucking straight jiu-jitsu mode, mount. He's like body locking me to prevent the punches, and I frame him, and I hit him once and elbow him once in the face. And he's like, please help or stop, man. I was like, okay. And I'm like lecturing him, motherfucker, don't start fights. You don't know what the fuck you're doing. You don't know who you're fucking with. This is how people really get hurt. I'm gonna let you go. And he's like, thank you. And at that moment, boom, I get kicked in the face by one of his little fucking friends. So I was like, you all are gonna fucking die now. And at that point, it was somewhat of a fair fight. Me and this guy and Tim and that guy, even though they tried to jump on Tim, and everyone just mobbed these dudes. So I see Tim chasing a guy, somehow catches the guy, kicks him in the back of the head. I see terrorists fucking guillotining a guy in the street. Anthony Johnson was there, man, was fucking people up. So it seemed like it was over pretty quick, no big deal. We go back to the engine room because the show is over, but they're loading out, and like I ran that spot, or I was the promoter there, so I pretty much did whatever the fuck I wanted there. So I jumped behind the bar. I'm throwing beers to everybody. We're chanting "Jiu-Jitsu, Jiu-Jitsu," just getting crazy. Then I'm like, fuck. I call on my phone. I'm like, AJ, where are you, man? You don't realize what just happened. He's like, yeah, I'm coming over. And AJ got kicked in the eye and it fucked his eye up pretty bad, fractured orbital. So even though like we wrecked these dudes, man, like my nose was cut up, my face was cut up, my jeans, like the knees were torn apart from mount and like grappling around the cement. You know, there's no fair fights. Street fights are ugly. They're very dangerous. I've seen people almost die several times in street fights back in the day in New Mexico. So, you know, there's only do it if you have to. It was a good experience, you know. It's kind of a legendary story in Houston. And it goes to show, you just, if you're bigger, these guys are bigger than us, but we're not really small people either. You don't know what the fuck the other guy is capable of, you know, in these days with guns, and then just generally, you know, you see ears, that's not the guy you probably want to fuck with, okay? And usually these guys like myself are nice, and we're going to de-escalate because we got nothing to prove. We have everything to lose. So yeah, man, it's a good time. I hope you enjoyed it. If you were there, fucking drop some of your memories, man, some of your comments. Got a lot of other stories and stuff, so make sure you subscribe and like it. All right, Professor Jeff Messina checking out. Have a great day. Bye.